Hi, my name is Matthew Olazbo, and I'll be covering ProLee Mobile Barber Incorporated today. This is a company that was founded by my good friend Jonathan Camacho, and I hope you enjoy my presentation. Let's just jump right into it. ProLee company history, where it began, the dream, and the founder. So every great company has a starting point. For Jonathan Camacho, it started when he was 13 years old in the 8th grade. He had a friend who needed a haircut, and he told him to come by his house after school. The fellow classmate didn't know that he never cut anyone's hair before, just that he admired his haircut, and this is how he became a barber. In high school, when Jonathan entered high school, he became known as the school barber, someone you can go to get a haircut with a new style at a low rate. He was making really good money for a 14-year-old. This is where he developed his self-taught techniques. The money was good, but he had a dream to open up his own barbershop one day. Now, between slides, I do want to mention that I was his first ever haircut. I was that kid in 8th grade. So in high school, though, was very popular among his friends, but he wanted to be taken more seriously. He needed someone outside of his age group. The kid that did his first ever haircut was also the first person for his referral. He introduced his father and his grandfather to Jonathan. These men were older and didn't want any sort of crazy design or modern look. They wanted the more classic barbershop haircut with the straight razors. Needless to say, he did a great job. Of course, dreaming is one of the catalysts for a company to jump into being a great one. So Jonathan wants to open up a barbershop, but he knows it takes a lot of money to invest in one. His dream is to one day have his own shop with a mobile way of cutting hair as well. Surprisingly to Jonathan, the mobile barber idea would take off quicker, provide better beginning money because there was very little overhead to keep his business above the line and in the green. The founder, that right there, is Jonathan Camacho. He founded his company in 2010. He attended Valencia College for one semester, but left because his passion was in cutting hair. He started the business as a hobby, but kept a full-time job as a security officer. He eventually left the security job and started to cut hair full-time from his house. He noticed a lot of his clients had very busy schedules and didn't have time to visit him. So he offered to go to their houses for a small fee on top of his service. They loved this concept because they were able to get a professional haircut at their own convenience. Now he has more than 300 clients across the Orlando area. It's all about the small details, really, for Jonathan and his business. And here's a quote for Jonathan. It's really about the small details. And the quote is, I focus on the tiny details in the hair. Every person is different. I focus on the tiny details in the equipment. Not all blades are sharpened the same. I focus on the tiny details of the client's style. Not everyone has the same style. And lastly, I focus on the small details of my business. Not every barber comes to your house. That's what Jonathan Camacho said, and it really stood out to me. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the details he was going into. First, the person's hair, the equipment, and the style. There's the different types of hair and level of difficulties. Below, you'll see a chart that's from left to right of easy to difficult. He explained to me there's three different types of hairs and knowing the details to control them for perfection. The three types are fine, medium, and coarse. Shown below, left to right again. With fine hair being easier to manage and coarse hair being harder to maintain. Equipment, and this is equipment for success. Jonathan uses a variety of equipment, instruments, and styling products in order to achieve the perfect style for his client. He started with just a pair of scissors and with a Walmart brand clippers. Now he has a wide range of choices to provide comfort for his clients. He owns three wired clippers, three wireless clippers, two wired trimmers, two wireless trimmers, 40 different styles and sides of guards for the different hair types, single-use blades for old-fashioned hot towel shaves, 30 different types of combs and brushes for different styling techniques. And on the next slide is a photo of a small amount of his equipment. It's 1/4 of his equipment right there. Just in this photo alone, you're looking at roughly around $600 worth of equipment, majority being in those top right-hand corner of those trimmers and clippers there. These are some of the styles below. And in the Orlando area, we're a melting pot. We have a lot of different cultures, but we do have a lot of Hispanics in the Orlando area, and these tend to be very popular haircuts with Hispanics. But as you see, there's a lot of different styles of hair. Innovating the business. Jonathan Camacho is always finding new ways to innovate himself and his business. He's learning new techniques and trying to find different ways to propel his business into one of Orlando's most successful barber businesses. We'll talk about mobility and flexibility, fast and friendly service, and group pricing. First, being mobile and flexible changed his business. When Jonathan thought of doing his barber business as a mobile business, he didn't expect to have such a huge success. He has about 300 clients that he sees at least once a month. His clients love his mobility and flexible timing because it allows them to do other things like being with the family or do chores with no drive time afterwards. Fast and friendly serious. So two limitations on the program I'm using. It is the free version because I'm a broke college kid with a child on the way. The video will have to be watched in this link below. I will also include the link when I submit the presentation in the comment section. Group pricing. Jonathan began offering group pricing to help save him travel time and costs. Below, you'll find a sample of his group pricing. For each one, the pricing includes a haircut, taxes, gas, gel and foam, and gratuity. And as you're looking at the pricing there, I do want to mention that majority of his groups that he does loves this because it helps them save as well as helps Jonathan save on a lot of different things as well. So if they live close, they tend to be friends, so he tries to make it happen all at once, so it helps save everybody. Next, let's talk about the future of the company. Jonathan has constantly thought about the future of his business and how to take it to the next step. He researches other businesses that are also mobile barber shops and see what's working for them and what's not. He also showed me a photo of a trailer that someone converted into a shop. They removed a lot of the standard furniture and made it look like a barber shop. He wanted to keep the concept of having barbers go to clients' houses with a standard car, but it would be a great way to provide a lot of haircuts in popular places such as parks or outside of school. This would be a great way to do that. So we'll go ahead and talk about becoming more frugal and rebranding in just a moment. First, becoming more frugal. In my conversation with Jonathan, he was explaining to me how becoming more frugal with his resources and products has increased his overall profit. For instance, he purchased a pack of straight edge razor blades to cut beards and facial hair at a local retailer. He paid $12 for about a pack of 100. Now he purchases them from Amazon and he pays $4 for a box of 100. He uses around 3,000 blades annually with a savings of $240 a year. Little changes like this will increase his overall income. Rebranding his company. Below are some examples of what Jonathan plans to do to rebrand his company. Start a social media campaign. I am huge on social media. I think it is one of the great ways to propel businesses in the 21st century. Use the 4Ps to increase his business. Surprisingly, Jonathan did know about the 4Ps when I brought them up, and we talked a little bit, and this is what his answers were. Product. He wants to start buying products in bulk to produce more income for the company. Price. With the introduction of group pricing about 3 months ago, it has and will continue to increase his business. Promotion. He will be doing promotions for back to school kids, which is very popular. And place, he will continue to be mobile, but also possibly open up a shop as his home place of business. Finally, he for the third thing, he came up with a brand logo for his vehicles. Below is an example of the brand he is working on currently. So that is entail everything when it comes to Jonathan's business and where it goes in the future, what it's doing now, and how we are very excited for his business. And huge thank you to Jonathan for coming through and doing this and letting me interview him. And you will see in the video again. Due to restraints with the program that we're using for the free version, it would not let me include the video that I had. So thank you so much. And this is Mateo Olazabal, and this is for Entrepreneurial Class 2019 Winter Course DU.